My name is Willis Lamb, Field Supervisor of the LRTC Technical Large Animal Rescue Team in northwestern Nevada. We are an all-risk team that covers multiple counties in response to an average of around 550 incidents per year. The purpose of this video is to discuss rope rescue techniques and accessories. Ropes and related hardware are some of our more frequently used devices for technical large animal rescues. Through training and experiences on calls, we have learned what gear and approaches are generally the most practical and reliable. In this presentation, we will illustrate what we use, how we use it, and why we use the techniques that we use. Other teams may use different approaches, but here's what works best for us. Our main working ropes are 13mm Kernmantle braid static ropes. We have two categories of working ropes, life safety and utility. Life safety is only used for human use. Utility rope is used for livestock, rigging, and so forth. Kernmantle ropes have multiple cores with an outer sheath. This is a standard design for rescues. It's very durable. There are smaller diameter ropes rated for this type of service, but we have found 13mm to be easier and more reliable to grip, especially in challenging weather. We carry a variety of utility ropes for applications such as securing loose materials, halter leads, and lanyards or tag lines attached to personal safety harnesses. Of course, for downslope work, either low or high angle, we'll always use life safety rated rope for rappelling or for fall protection. In our water rescue kits, we use 13mm polypropylene ropes for working ropes and 9.5mm polypropylene for rescue throw bags as polypropylene floats, which can avoid entanglements. We also carry 10-foot, 2-inch diameter ropes that we call fat ropes. They are very useful in situations such as containing a horse in a panel squeeze for veterinary care or to remove an impaled object. By twisting the ropes, we can keep the panels tight and hold the horse in place. But if things get sketchy, we can simply let go and the ropes will release. Here are the accessories that we typically include in our rope kits. To connect multiple ropes or devices, we carry rigging plates, also sometimes called bear paws. The load ratings on rigging plates do not vary from one connecting hole to the other, so they're very versatile. Our mainstays are pulleys, as they are the basis for producing mechanical advantage. We carry 2 single sheave and 1 double sheave pulley in each kit. They are rated at 32 kilonewtons or just over 7,000 pounds force, well within our 10-to-1 safety factor for humans and 5-to-1 safety factor for livestock loads. An often used device is a Gibbs ascender, often referred to as a cam. This is a simple but extremely versatile piece of equipment. While ascenders were originally designed for climbing, we use them as progress capture devices and rope grabs. As progress capture devices during hauling operations, they automatically close and prevent the rope and load from slipping back down between pulls. When used as rope grabs, we can attach a pulley and slide an ascender down the main rope to add a multiplication factor when it may be difficult to actually reach the load or rig multiple pulleys at the load. We carry Petzl ID descenders. They can function as progress capture devices, but they also have an additional advantage that we can control the release of the rope if we need to lower it. There are several good multi-purpose descenders available. We just happen to standardize around the Petzl ID. Some of us are old school, so for personal descents, we still carry traditional figure-8 descenders. Sometimes it's just more comfortable to use what you've used for years in high-pressure situations. Finally, the devices that hold all these things together are carabiners. We carry 3 types. Our mainstays are screw gate carabiners rated at 30 kilonewtons or 6,744 pounds force. We also carry a few large NFPA carabiners rated at 50 kilonewtons or greater. We use them for more complicated or more significant load-bearing attachments. Finally, we have lightweight carabiners for special purposes, such as for rescue clips or securing lighter weight objects. We color code our main carabiners lime yellow, and the lightweight one's orange to avoid mixing them up when in a hurry. As with all rescue equipment, it is critical to train on all of these devices and follow the procedures that a qualified instructor has prescribed. For rigging, we typically use nylon tube webbing. There are standard USAR colors for various lengths of webbing, and we follow that standard to avoid confusion when working with other types of rescue teams. We keep our gear in bags where the colors are standard across our various response vehicles. Webbing can always be found in the orange gear bags. Webbing is great for anchoring. Its tensile strength is only about 4,000 pounds, so it's important to double or triple wrap webbing to meet the appropriate safety factors. It is also important to determine for certain that your anchor is solid and won't cut the webbing. Webbing can also provide an intermediary connection between heavier devices, such as straps or tree savers, and the rope taking the load. There are several ways to use webbing to anchor around objects such as posts or trees. One method is the basket hitch. This hitch shares the load across each of the lengths running toward the load, thereby increasing total load capacity. Tie an overhand knot just before the end. If one part of the webbing gets cut, the remaining webbing will still carry the load. Our preferred operation is wrap 3, pull 2. We wrap the anchor 3 times, pulling 2 loops out to carry the load. The knot is the weakest point in this system, so adjusting the webbing so that the knot lays against the anchor can help mitigate this weakness. Also, when anchoring to a vertical post or tree, wrap 3, pull 2 will be far less likely to slip downward. Using multiple wraps is the key to maximizing load capacity. Just don't overdo it and cause the webbing to bunch up. When anchoring to vehicles, it's critical to check for sharp edges and hot components such as brakes, and also to be careful to not damage brake lines and other devices. But when appropriate, vehicle wheels can be suitable anchor points. With vehicles that have hitch receivers, anchor rings make the best anchor points. Never anchor to a hitch ball, as the webbing can and will come off as the load tension fluctuates. We always want a fail-safe anchor. When anchoring between 2 separate points, we have to consider force vectors. As the V, where the load is attached, widens, the force vectors increase. The length of the webbing should be long enough so that the V is as close to 45 degrees or less as possible. Tri-loading carabiners is also not desirable. Better to use a delta link. Best to attach the webbing to itself with one carabiner, then attach the load to the webbing with a second carabiner. Webbing also provides very versatile links between hardware and loads during vertical lifts, avoiding issues with carabiners jamming against each other or binding against the lifting apparatus structure. Of course, if you don't have webbing handy, you can always anchor with your rope and a round turn. Prusiks are endless loops of accessory cord. They can be factory sewn or tied. We make our own loops by tying a double fisherman's bend. We have both small loops and large loops. Due to their small diameter, prusiks are not used for primary loading, although their strength will increase if they are doubled up, such as with a basket hitch, or are redundant to each other. By having 2 sizes, we can place 2 prusiks next to each other on a main rope so that one is fully redundant to the other. For example, a pair of redundant prusiks can support a pulley in a mechanical advantage system. A properly applied prusik loop will slide down the main rope when not under a load, but will grip when placed under a load. Therefore, they are great for backup safety in the event the primary braking system fails. Prusiks are also great for temporarily holding the ends of straps together while rigging a system, and also for securing tools being hoisted or lowered. They can also be used for litter carrying and other moderate load applications. On our response units, prusiks can be found in the lime yellow bags. We also use various recovery and sling straps that are discussed in another video. This video is provided solely for orientation and to illustrate the equipment that we have found useful. Persons who are inexperienced with this gear should receive competent instruction and sufficient practice in order to operate safely and confidently when under pressure. Thanks for watching this video. We hope it's provided you with some useful material. For more information, please visit lrtcrescue.org.